Hello and welcome back to another Mercs Legion War Recap video. Talk about a close war. We went head to head against G.D.W. Brazil, and it was neck and neck for most of the war. In the final few minutes of war, Miguel and iblondhaha were able to net us 3 new stars, putting us in the lead by 1. But with only a few seconds left, G.D.W. Brazil came in and cleaned up a couple of our bases and put themselves in the lead by 1. The clan chat was extremely active during the last attack, and it was such a tough defeat because looking at the final total percent destroyed, had we have tied, we would have won by a little more than 0.5%. Our percentages were not great this war, but going back and watching our replays, we found some things that we can consider for improvement. Looking at the positives, we have some great replays to show you, so let's get into it. Our first attack today is by Yacob doing a straight up go wipe attack. Looking at his spell composition, he does have 2 heals and 1 rage, which sometimes can be flipped around to 2 rage and 1 heal, but he does have the poison spell, which is going to be very helpful. Starts by dropping off the golems and 3 to 4 wizards on either side to start cleaning up trash buildings and help create that funnel. One thing we see from time to time are people doing a go wipe style of attack, and they wait too long to drop their P.E.K.K.A.s, and they start going around the outside of the base. Here, Yacob did a nice job of making sure to drop his P.E.K.K.A.s early enough so they went relatively quickly to the center of the base. He did have to drop one of the heal spells relatively early because the Teslas popped up and were targeting his P.E.K.K.A.s pretty early on, but they were able to push through and the wizards were able to move in behind him to start taking out the other defenses inside. One thing that Yacob does that I don't quite recommend is bringing the wizards in the clan castle. Yes, you may get more powerful wizards, and believe me, level 6 wizards are a beast. They can put out a ton of damage. However, one of the problems with this is as cleanup, you need them to be spread out around the base to save time. If you have 5 wizards on one building, it could be taken out by 3, so you've wasted 2 wizards right there. Here's the other problem. All those wizards just blew up because they all landed on one giant bomb together. That's the risk of clumping them all up by letting them come out of the clan castle together. If you spread them around the base, one will set off a bomb, that one will blow up, and you've saved the other 4 wizards. So I really recommend you taking a stronger troop in your clan castle, such as golem or a P.E.K.K.A., and then using that room from your golem or P.E.K.K.A. to bring in more wizards. So just my suggestion there, but overall Yacob was able to pull through and get a 3-star victory. Nice job, Yacob. Our next attack is by FourHorsemen doing a really nice example of a Govalo attack. Golems, Valkyries, and Loons. This attack is extremely powerful, especially when you can get the Valkyries raged in the center of the base. If you look in the center of this base, all of these defenses are extremely compact right around the town hall, which means these Valkyries can get in there, take one swing and hit 2 or 3 buildings and do a ton of damage in one swing. That's what makes this attack so powerful. When you can get lots of Valkyries clustered together around a tightly knit group of buildings, it's just completely devastating. So FourHorsemen does a great job, sends in 3 loons to take out one of the outside defenses and to get the clan castle lure. Then he drags him over to the far right side where he drops his wizards and witches to take out the enemy clan castle. From there he's doing his best to create a funnel so that way all of his troops go inside the base. Nothing is more frustrating when those Valkyries go outside the base and they don't get inside. They just get picked off by the defenses and you never get into the core of the base. He drops his golems, targeting in the center compartment here with a jump spell. After those few defenses in that side compartment go down, everything is just going to jump straight into the core of the base. This base setup is ideal for this. That rage spell and jump spell had only one place to go, and that was just to get the troops inside the base and rage them up to take down the core of the base extremely fast. Literally within a matter of seconds, the core of this base is completely demolished. One thing that FourHorsemen did a really nice job of is waiting till a little bit later in the game to drop his balloons. If you drop them too early, that one last standing air defense could peck it off and your loons will be toast. They'll never get in to do what they needed to do. So by waiting a little bit, you can send your balloons in later and they will take out the defenses but not get pecked off by the air defenses, which of course were in the core of this base. So once the major defenses go down, we are on cleanup mode. This attack does take a little bit of practice, but if you follow FourHorsemen's example and choosing the right kind of base and the right number of Valkyries, you have your you have a great chance of getting 3 stars in your next clan war. For the last attack, we're going to take you to the top of the roster and see iblondhaha's attack against the number 1 Thor Forever. She chose to bring a Go Low Wee Wee attack, and just like FourHorsemen did in his attack, she's also going to wait till late in the game to drop her balloons so that way they don't get taken down by any of the core air defenses. This base here is a little compact, but with a lot of walls in between, so taking Valkyries was not a good idea, so good choice by iblond. Taking the Wizards and Witches means that they can shoot over the wall rather easily and not have to worry about breaking through a wall to get to the building. She has plenty of spells. She's taking 1 heal, 2 rage, 1 jump, and 1 poison. Clan Castle troops come out, drops the rage spell to get the Wizards and Witches raged to take out the Clan Castle. Then she drops the poison spell just to slow them down. A lot of times people think that the poison spell just does damage, and yes, it does accumulate damage. The longer a troop is in the radius of a poison spell, the more damage it takes. However, you also have to remember that it slows them down. If you slow a dragon down, it's going to hit a little less, which means there's that much chance that your troops won't get taken out by that last fiery breath of a dragon. Once the core starts going down and the air defenses are pretty much nullified, she starts dropping in some balloons. I really like the placement of the bottom balloons that just came in. They were way far away, so that way those remaining air defenses had no chance at targeting it, while that archer tower in the core was focused on the troops that were inside the base. Once the air defenses go down, this is really just a balloon paradise, and the remaining couple of balloons can march through this base without any issue at all. Still plenty of troops to shoot over the walls, a couple of witches to drop some Larrys, and we are pretty much on cleanup mode, even though there are a couple of defenses left. So, even though this was a very close war and we didn't get as high a percentage as we're used to, we still had some really good attacks that show some key points in making an attack successful. So, we had a really good go wipe attack. Just keep in mind, I prefer to bring stronger troops into Clan Castle and deploy your wizards around the base as clean up versus leaving them clumped up. We had a really good attack by FourHorsemen where he uses his Valks raged up in the center of this really large base to take out the tightly net buildings in the core. And then we also have iblondhaha here doing a really good Go Low Wee Wee attack. One of the things I hope that we can improve on as a clan is the way we finish off a base. 2-star mentalities don't win war. 3-star mentalities do. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button below. We are now on Twitter at Merc_Legions. Make sure you click the link in the description. This is Eureka Havoc from Mercs Legion, helping you to clash without fear.